I have my kombucha in a glass. Let's have a chat. So it's about 3 days until I go away on my backpacking trip. I'm going to Indonesia for 6 weeks, which is kind of crazy. The first time I'm doing like a solo backpacking trip since I was 18, I think, which is crazy. I went to Australia when I was 18 and I was honestly so disorganized and so just like deeply type B. Like I look back and I don't even know how I got around. I didn't go with an itinerary. I just went and like asked people at every stop like what to do next, which in all honesty does work. Like you can actually do that if you're doing a very well traveled route, obviously. Like something like the Australian coast also is fairly straightforward. Like you just go up or you go down. So it's kind of different because Indonesia is like obviously a group of islands, but also I'm a bit older. I have a bit more intention behind my travel. And I also have a lot of things I want to do. It's a very activity centered trip for me. I have a lot of hikes I want to do, surfing, I want to do a yoga retreat. So it's been really nice to sit down and like create an actual itinerary for my trip. I'm trying to be a little bit loose because I know as a solo traveler, your plans do change. Like sometimes you'll meet someone and then they'll be like, come and do this thing with me, and you're like, I can't because I've already booked this thing, which can be annoying. But equally, you can't bank on always meeting people, and there will be days that maybe you don't meet anyone that you vibe with, and it's nice to have your own backup plan of what you were planning to do anyways. So with that in mind, I've kind of made like a bit of a loose itinerary, but I've booked a few things. So my itinerary is basically Canggu, Lombok, Gili Islands, Komodo Islands, Flores, Bali, back to Bali, Ubud, Uluwatu, and then East Java. I can't some of the names with the Scottish accent. Uluwatu. And there's a few things I've booked. I do need to book my East Java tours, but I have booked the Mount Rinjani trek, which I'm like, so excited for, but also scared, but also just like, I don't know. And I've also booked the Komodo Islands tour. Rinjani trek, if you don't know, is a famously difficult hike. It's the second highest volcano in Indonesia that and you can hike it. There's a 3-day trek or a 2-day trek. I'm doing the 2-day 1-night trek. For various reasons, I was like umming and ahhing about which one I wanted to do, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do the 2-day one. It's fine. I'm doing enough hiking like in the trip as it is. And yeah, I'm very excited, but I have so much to organize. So I wanted to make this video kind of to like motivate me a little bit as well to like get on with it and pack and do all that stuff. I don't think I'm going to entirely show you my packing because no doubt I'll be packing up until the very last minute. Like there'll be stuff I need to like run and go get and whatever. But I do want to make like a general list of everything I need and decide on like my outfits and that sort of thing. We put it in a glass because we romanticize the out of our lives. There's a bunch of hiking stuff I need to get. I need to go outdoors. I need to get the shoes. I need to get the bag. I need to get all of that. And I am actually going on a hike as well with my friend Fraser. We're going to go up Ben Ann. So that'll be a nice way to A, break in my shoes, and B, get a bit more like hike training in before my trip. I did also do a hike a few weeks ago up in Munro. So I'm like, it's all gonna contribute somehow and be helpful. But yeah, I'm doing Rinjani like quite early on in my trip, so I just want to get as much like prep in as I can. And yeah, other than that, I'm doing a little bit of work here and there, editing, Substacks, applying for jobs as well. So I wanted to just take you along these kind of last few days, which are a little bit hectic but also exciting, and show you how I'm prepping for my trip. Organising a solo trip like this requires a lot of planning and research, but I've also loved spending time inspiring myself through Pinterest and watching other people's creations like videos and articles from their time spent in Indonesia. I've been trying to almost romanticize these planning stages, setting up a nice workspace and just thinking really deeply about what it is that I want to get out of this trip. I started a new journal recently and I'm very excited to take it with me and to be able to capture all of my memories whilst I'm out there. Oh dear. You never know, you know it. Rise to each other. Oh.
It's not like the big event.
Just interested in part two, but we started chatting, and so he said, "Well, we'd love to support you."
Yeah, of course. I love that.
Good morning. This is the beach in front of my house that I've grown up next to. It's just so beautiful and it feels, it just brings me so much calm. I love coming down on like a coastal walk in the morning. I think it's gonna be like a cloudless day today. There's no clouds in sight. I wish people would not leave their tiramisu on the beach. I'll take that with me.
I'm share something slightly different.
The smell of coffee.
Happy?
Very happy. Okay, I'm ready for my hike. My friend Fraser is picking me up and we are gonna go hike Ben Ann, which isn't even a Munro, it's like a small mountain. So it should only be like 2 or 3 hours up and back. So yeah, I'm excited for a little day out. And the weather's nice here, but I don't know what the weather's gonna be like over there, to be honest. I think maybe getting some rain. I really love spending time with old friends years later when it feels like no time has passed at all. You slowly sink back into the old rhythms, like descending into a warm bath. Me and Fraser met on a French exchange when we were 14 and quickly bonded over the shared experience of being thrown into a foreign culture for a week. With a pretty elementary level of French, may I add.
Wood anemone, Anemone nemorosa, and it's an indicator for ancient woodland. The flowers close up when it's cold and wet, but they open up when it's nice and dry. But it basically never produces seed for some reason, so it only spreads through like very slow growing underground roots, which means that when you find it, and it grows specifically in woodland canopy, so when you find it, it means that there has been woodland here for at least 1,000 years.
Oh wow!
But in the last 200 or so, so much of Scotland has been deforested that you often find it in kind of open places like this, because it's just left over and still persisting. But it is an indicator of wooded conditions for like 1,000 years stably.
That's so cool. Okay, I'm going to show you guys some of the bits that I've picked up for my trip. The essentials, really. Okay, so I ended up getting the Salomon Gore-Tex Contra Grip. They're quite like, what's the word? Slim fit, which I love because basically my conundrum was that I'm taking 2 pairs of shoes on this entire trip. So like the pair of shoes that I'm going to be hiking in and doing all that in, and then my beach or whatever, flip-flops basically. So the hiking shoes also need to be like acceptable for the bar sometimes if I can't wear closed-toe shoes. I'm going to take my rainbow sandals because they're quite like sturdy and I think they'll be good. And then these will be my other shoes, which I think are perfect. And actually I wore these on my hike the other day and they were amazing. Like whenever I was going over, because it was a really rocky trail and I could feel how strong the grip was. So I'm really happy that I went for these in the end and they're super comfortable. Then I invested in a new Osprey backpack. I love Osprey, I think they're the best. And this one is a hiking backpack as well, which is great because I'm also going to be doing a lot of hiking this summer in Scotland, so for me it was worth the investment. Also, Go Outdoors has the most insane discounts. If you get the like Go Outdoors card, you can genuinely get like such crazy discounts. But anyways, this is an 18-litre one. It's perfect because I needed it to be like a good hiking day pack, but also could work as my personal item on the airplane because I'm going to have carry-on and personal item. I'm not going to do the hold. I was in the shop for so long trying to be like, which bag is like waterproof but also can go into the seat but also like can fit some stuff. So this is what I went for in the end. It's really great because it has like a waterproof cover in here, and then it's also got like water compartments and stuff. Obviously you could just buy like a waterproof bag cover, but whatever. Then I just picked up like random bits and bobs like insect repellent, afterbite, trail socks, microfiber towel, those things. I still need to get like all my mini toiletries sorted because I want to take like my own shampoo and conditioner in like little bottles and stuff. So it's a few days later and I have taken on the mammoth task of packing. I wanted to show you guys a little insight into what I'll be bringing in my bag. I'm taking a 40-litre Osprey backpack which will fit into my carry-on, and I've got 3 main packing cubes. One for my sports hiking gear, one for my swimwear, and then one for my tops and skirts and bottoms. I'll also have a 4th one for my undies and bras, of course. I mean, I actually don't own any bras, but my socks and my undies. I'm taking 2 pairs of shoes, so my rainbow sandals, as I said, and my Salomons, and then I'm planning on taking 1 pair of sunglasses and 1 pair of hiking sportswear sunglasses. As for toiletries, I do have a second toiletry bag which has supplements, medications, and that sort of thing in it, but I don't know where the photo has gone to, so I'll just show you what's in my makeup bag. I would love to sit here and show you a bunch of organic, cruelty-free, no waste makeup, but honestly, A lot of this stuff I've had for years and it just works for me. So this is the makeup I'm bringing. It's pretty minimalist. I've pretty much just got my Elephant Glow Drops, which I really love for bronzing, 2 lip glosses, a lip liner, and some blush, mascara, and bronzer. Finally, I wanted to show you some of my main personal item things. Obviously, I'll also have like passport, headphones, adapters, and that sort of stuff, but the main things I want to carry on me at all times are my camera equipment, which I have the little Osmo creator set. It's amazing. My Kindle Fire. I actually picked this up fairly recently. It only cost me £15. I got it from CEX. They do secondhand tech stuff. I'm currently reading Migrations by Charlotte McConaughey, and this was a recommendation from a friend. I'm really enjoying it so far, and I think it's the perfect book to get me out of a reading slump, which I am admittedly in a little bit at the moment. My Rose and Doré eye mask. Now, this is quite an investment for an eye mask. It is a little bit expensive, but honestly, this has changed the sleeping game for me. It completely blocks out light. It's so soft against your skin, and it really easily wraps around your head. And then finally, my journal. I did a little bit of Pinterest vision boarding in the front 2 pages of my journal for things I kind of want to get out of this trip, how I want this trip to look like, places I want to go. And I have a mechanical pencil with me as well, so I can do some drawings. A mechanical pencil was kind of the perfect idea for me just because I won't have to sharpen it, it's not going to break, and you can just wind it down when you're not using it. And yeah, that's everything I'm packing. Thanks so much for watching this video if you've gotten this far, and I will see you on my travels.